The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Hypothetical webinar on here. Happy holidays to everyone, and we'll take a look at the charts. It's sure been a wild market here the past couple of months, but especially even the past week or so. I mean, the VIX is over 30, so I mean that's really high volatility, which is great for intraday trading, but it can be a little quick. I mean, like almost crazy kind of quick. It's been a little while, but after an intraday, choppy morning intraday, well, it was a pretty fantastic final 3 hours. But we'll take a look at a little bit longer term chart first. We'll look at a daily, weekly. We'll take a look at the U.S. Steel X, good one to trade and option traders like. And it's more for longer term. You know, not everybody wants or can trade intraday, so we'll take a look at this here. But yet the rules are the same, so it doesn't matter if this is a crude oil chart, an intraday Apple chart for option traders, or anything really. It's always the same colors and dots, same rules. We stick to everything the same way. So we keep it simple that way, and just follow a couple of rules. I think you'll find it helpful and put the odds in your favor. The whole key is, of course, just getting the colors lined up. And when I mean lined up, I mean we want a big red bar with a red dot, for example, for a short trade. A small red dot above, which is our hidden resistance that's going to help block it from going higher. And it's also the same red color. And then a big red dot. Some people use X's. That's fine to use X's, X or a dot. Either way, it's the higher time frame. Now, in this case, it's a weekly chart because this is a daily, weekly stock chart. And we're going to, you're only going to get one of those per week. Now, you get that every day. You can't have it over every bar because it only comes in once a week. But when it comes in, even if it's a couple of days ago, it's still good for the week following, for the week going forward. Same way on a 1 minute, 3 minute chart, which we like for intraday trading. The big dot with the big X doesn't have to be right above it. It can be within 3 bars to the left. It's still in play. It's still valid. So we have a really nice sell signal here, especially if you're trading options. I mean, perfect put. You've got the 3 indicators in agreement. That's what we want. And even, again, same thing for currencies, same thing for crude oil and for E-minis, for stocks. You just want a red bar, a red small dot, and a red big dot. Keep it simple, because that's really all we want. And the most important thing is there's no blue dot below it, because a big blue dot would mean there's support there. It means there's an invisible wall. And that means it's just going to be too risky for us. We're all about low risk trades only. So we won't take it. We call that a no trade zone. But this is perfectly lined up for a sell signal because we're still in the trade. Now, nice little pop the last 2 days. The market popped up, but obviously still in a clear-cut sell signal. Now, if you get 3 green bars in a row, we would take something off. You don't have to, but we say take something off. Some people just, for a short-term scalper, intraday trader, you could take all your position off. But we would definitely, it's definitely a sign of a weakening trend. Okay, here would be a perfect example of a no trade zone. A blue bar, a blue dot, but we don't have the big blue dot. In fact, we have the big red dot, so that's a no trade zone. So to keep it simple, we have to have 3 things in play. Small dot, big dot, meaning the 2 time frames agree, and of course, the first red bar or the first blue bar. Now, stop loss would go at the top of the first red bar. We just put it, one tick, 1 penny if you're talking stocks, 1 tick if you're talking futures, 1 tick above the top of the red bar for a short. If this was a long signal, which it's not because of this red dot, if it were a long signal, we'd put it 1 tick under the bottom of the blue bar. Keep it simple. So we're going to get stopped. That is the only place where we'd get stopped at. Now, when the dots come lower, as you can see here, you got a row of dots there. There's 1 there. There's a row there. A row there. They're above every price bar. We're just going to lower our stop losses, and we always lag 1 higher row of dots. For example, you might say, well, where would my stop loss be now? It'd be right there. There's the previous higher red dot. You got 3 in a row here. You've got the next level higher right there. So the stop loss would be around 20.5. We bought puts or shorted it at around 25. So we got a real nice profit on this one. And we'll stay in it as long as you've got these red dots above. Stay in the trade, you're safe. Got a wall of protection there. Stay in the trade. Tom says Happy New Year to you and all. Thank you, Tom. Nice to say that. Same to you, sir. Raphael wants to look at bean oil. Okay, we'll take a look at that. We'll take a look at that next, actually. Let's do that now because I have a daily, weekly chart up. Bean oil is BO, and all I did, by the way, how I changed this chart is I just started typing in the symbol BO, and this box popped up while I was typing. I didn't click anything. Now I'm going to click one frame, and it's going to click over to. Let's do this. This is a future symbol, so I've got to put. I use e-signal data, so we have to put pound F after it. And click format every time you make a change. So let's take a look at it now. Yeah, you got a new sell signal on this one, Raphael. You got it perfectly lined up. You got the red bar, you've got the red small dot, you've got the red big dot, you've got the 3 indicators in agreement, you've got triple confirmation, which is exactly what we look for. Right here, red bar, red small dot, got the red dot, big red dot a couple days ago. It's good for a week. They come in on Mondays. You've got triple confirmation. This would be a sell on bean oil. So let's jump in and take a look at the E-minis today. And they have been, after a choppy morning, it was a great afternoon. So let's take a look. And I'm on the East Coast, so that's why I say morning, afternoon. Final 3 hours, no matter where you were, was pretty unbelievable. You dream of a chart that looks like that, or signals like that. But after an early morning mess, that's for sure. It was not fun. Now, you've got a signal here. No, we don't. Sorry, we don't have a signal here because of this blue dot below. Now, I also add the arrows to the chart. It's just a fourth indicator, and it's just giving you a little bit more confirmation. Not super important, but just give you a little extra confirmation. We've got a no trade zone. Now, this would be a sell signal because the first red bar has the dot in the middle of the bar, which is also the first small red dot. Those are going to be your more powerful signals. Those are the ones that are going to work the best, generally. You don't want to miss on those, let's put it that way. Oh, another thing I always like to do, I always just keep the chart on the side. I just happen to I keep a 30-minute and a 60-minute. Just a plain chart, no guidance. Just like to kind of see what it looks like. Just kind of get a little bigger picture of what's going on. That's all. Doesn't really have a whole lot of effect on any buy or sell signals. Just find that it helps me, at least, to kind of get the bigger picture of what's going on. Yesterday, you had the monster uptrend, just a fantastic day. Huge profits, with AbleTrend signals on the buy signals, obviously on the 1 minute, 3 minute chart. But here's what's interesting, and the reason I put the 30-minute chart up. When it had the big drop at the open, or the first few hours, look where the price has stopped. Exactly at the 30-minute support dots. That's downright scary how accurate that is. And it just bounced off of it and went to the moon after that. Interesting. So I just like to keep that up. Just personal preference, not needed. And this is today. Obviously, we had the huge downtrend, and then the last 3 hours it just kind of went bonkers. However, it's 30 minutes slower than a 1 minute chart, so you don't have to trade in the direction of the 30-minute chart. Repeat, you don't have to trade the 30-minute direction. It's 30 times slower. You'd miss out on that big reversal today, where it was like a 70-point reversal on the S&P. I mean, you get one trade a year like this. Get back to the 1 minute, 3 minute chart. We put our stop loss on the top of this red bar, and we were stopped out right there because it, kind of floundered around, started to go down, then it popped up. We were stopped out on that trade right there. Okay, then we didn't get right back in again. Here's your triple confirmation. In fact, it's a sweet spot because you get a red bar, a red dot, and you're right up near the small red dot. Well, that's another plus when part of the bar is touching the small red dot. Now, a couple ways you can get out. As I mentioned, you got the 3 green bars. We kind of like that for intraday trading. And that would have yielded a nice little profit, would have got back what we lost on the trade before that. However, there's 3 ways to get out. 3 green bars, a blue bar, blue dot, obviously we're going to immediately get out. Or if we get stopped out when the prices go above the red dots and they go to the previous higher red dots, the previous higher red dots, as I showed you before. So no trade zone here. These prices just way too far from these blue dots, and we don't like to get into a trade. We only like it when it's under 4 points for the ES. Not getting in on green bars. Forget that altogether. Here's a perfect a no trade zone. We're not going short. Blue dots below. Good thing we didn't, because the software told us here that the prices are going to get stuck in the middle of the dots. Well, that's exactly what it did. It went exactly to the red dots and bounced off of it, and it got near the blue dots below, and the prices really did get stuck in the middle of the dots. Half hour later, you're right back to the same price. So it was just sideways and choppy, and the no trade zone saved us a lot of money right there. But you got a perfect quadruple confirmation, because you even have the arrow to throw in there too. You've got blue bar, blue small dot, blue big dot. 3 indicators are lined up, as well as 2 time frames when you have small dot, big dot, and blue bar, all the same color, vertically lined up. And that's a nice little buy signal right there. We're going to put our stop loss on the bottom of the blue bar. We've got the 3 green bars there. So we're going to be out on that one. We're going to make a couple points on that one. As it turns out, it did keep on going higher. So there's 2 ways to approach it. If you're a scalper, you're in and out quickly, and you're just trading one lot, you're just looking to, make a little bit of money per trade, not looking to hit home run singles, perfectly fine to get out of that one. Makes sense. If you're more of a, don't mind staying in the trades a little longer, or you're trading multiple contracts, just take one off there, or take part of your position off there, and you let the rest run, and that worked out really well, because here's your 3rd green bar here. That one turned out to be 6 or 7 points. But I always take the lower of the 2, the worst case scenario, and pick up a couple points on that trade. No trade zone. You're not going to nail it perfect. It's an impossibility. Okay, this is just this is more than the 4 points here, but you got yourself a absolutely textbook sweet spot there. In fact, the red bars are touching the red dots. Triple confirmation. Everything is lined up. And that one worked out very nice until you had your 3 green bars right there. However, that one was a 10-point profit. That's a $500 bill that AbleTrend gave everyone in 30 minutes, just using this, just using the signals. No trade zone there, perfect no trade zone too. And then here was just a killer. Now, obvious, perfect triple confirmation setup right there. There's your first red bar. You got the small red dot. You got the big red dot. Was really close to getting stopped out right there. Okay, really close. Let's take worst case scenario and say we did. And that's okay. You've got yourself some just perfect sweet spots right there. Green bars turn to red, triple confirmation, and that was just a killer right there. I mean, that was just fantastic signal. Now we're looking at about 14 points profit. That's $700 in 20 minutes per contract. $700. That AbleTrend gave. Got another sweet spot there, and then we'd been out on the 3rd green bar, but we'd be right back in again here. Here's your perfect sweet spots right there. Here's your 3rd green bar. But meanwhile, we made 3 or 4 points. Let's call it 3 on that trade. So, we're up. We're doing well going into this trade. Started out losing a little bit earlier, but then picked up nicely, especially on the big move here. No trade zone, and this could be the trade of the year right here. Triple confirmation again. If it's too far from the dots, you always have the option to get in and then to put your stop loss on the bottom of the blue bar. But that one, was clearly more than 4 points away from the blue dots. So again, I'm going to assume we didn't get. Even if you did get into that one, you know what? You only broke even. However, here was the trade of the year right there. Just an absolutely textbook sweet spot. You're only 2 points from the blue dot, so it was nice and close. In fact, the bar was actually touching it. You had 2 nice blue bars. You had 2 chances to get in, either one. Triple confirmation, and then how did that one do? Sheesh. I mean, that one just took off. If you take profit on the 3 green bars, I mean, this was it was a 50-point move, and you can't. I mean, that's just unbelievable. Some people. The 3 green bars is kind of an optional exit strategy, because of the increased volatility, because of the likelihood of most people liking to scalp the market. Obviously, if you didn't get out till an actual stop out here, 55 points, 50 points higher. I mean, it just doesn't, that's unbelievable. But I always, say we're going to get in and out on the green bars. However, it's 5 points here, sweet spot there. You've got 7 or 8 points, closer to 10, but I always like to say a little less. You got like 8 points more there. Back in on the sweet spot. Up and away it goes. So I mean, it was pretty cool. And then right near the end, although I'm not going to count it because it was the last 5 minutes of trading. However, if you did, because it is a valid signal, and it was 5 minutes before the close, I mean, you had yourself a 25-point winner right there. I mean, that was pretty insane. But not easy to catch these. Nobody's going to catch them perfect, but just good stuff. I mean, the signals were there. That's all. The software can only put the signals on the chart. You and I, we have to interpret it and make the trades. But the software did its job. Let's just say that, and worked real well. Bob, please review the stop loss at the bottom of the blue bar. Oh, the bottom of the stop loss, Bob, just goes if it's the first blue bar with the blue dot. We just put our stop loss on the bottom of the blue bar. Now you can put your stop loss here, and it's not the first blue bar. You're getting in late on the trade, but you say, you know what, I really want to get in on this trade. I've got the triple confirmation. I know it's not the first blue bar, and clearly the support dots are way much further than the 4-point rule that we like to use. Just put your stop loss on the bottom of the blue bar when you enter the trade. That's all. We're just saying put it at the bottom of the blue bar when you enter the trade, and these trades work best when it's the first blue bar with the blue dot in the middle, or the first, like right here, the first red bar. You put your stop loss on the top of the red bar. Just put it one tick higher than the top of the red bar. And this is the first red bar, small red dot, big red dot. I mean, that one is the textbook case. So hopefully that helps. The office is closed until next Thursday. Okay, so just, the office is closed. However, I will be here. So I will be here all day tomorrow, Friday, and Monday. So any help I can give you, feel free to call or email. And I hope everybody has a happy new year. Thanks for being here, everyone.